A heartbroken Versailles community continues to rally around the family of a murdered 6-year-old boy. We'll show you what they're doing to help the family as we approach the Christmas holiday.
New security measures go into effect tonight here at Rupp Arena. Coming up, what you can expect to see.
Big-time warm-up on the way across central and eastern Kentucky. I'm talking about the possibility of record highs and high winds just ahead.
This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon. New charges today against an Indiana man charged in the murder of a 6-year-old boy named Logan Tipton from Versailles.
Today, a Woodford County grand jury indicted Ronald Exantis for capital murder, burglary, and 3 new counts of assault. Those charges stem from injuries sustained by Logan's siblings and father. Exantis is eligible for the death penalty. The new information comes as the community continues to rally around the family. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is in Versailles with our top story at 5.
The murder of 6-year-old Logan Tipton comes as we approach a time typically filled with joy for children and their families. That's why now some community members are working to bring back that Christmas spirit to the hurting family. It has been 2 days now since who police say is a stranger to the family, Ronald Exantis, went into the family's home stabbing and killing the 6-year-old boy. A horrendous crime leaving the whole community asking why. The tragedy hitting many hard and wanting a way to help. Thousands of dollars already raised for the family. A group of moms now making sure the family can have a Christmas, collecting gifts for the Tiptons, 4 other young children, as well as the parents.
This is a really tragic thing, and if this happened to me, I just don't know what I could do. So, and it's Christmas time, and children need love. They need to know that there's people out there that love and care, and we want to help them. We don't want the parents to have to worry about Christmas. They have so much just to nurture their children.
They will be collecting those gifts until December 19th. They then will have a private delivery from Santa himself to the Tipton family. In Woodford County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Gifts for the family can be dropped off at Mason Shirley Plumbing on Fielding Road in Versailles. For information on items needed, visit our website, WKYT.com.
A wild scene caused some traffic troubles this afternoon on a busy Lexington road. As police spokesman tells us, an officer tried to pull over a stolen car. The driver then took off on Old Parish Road. Police say the car crashed at the intersection of New Circle and Old Parish Road. We're told the driver and 2 passengers in the car ran from the scene of the crash. Police quickly took them into custody. Jim Sills was on his way to volunteer at God's Pantry when his truck was hit by the car.
As I come through this light, this car over here come flying through the red light, hit me in the side, drove me into the other lane where I hit another car.
Fortunately, Sills was not hurt, but a passenger in the car his truck did hit had to go to the hospital. Police charged all 3 in the stolen car. Their names were not released because they are juveniles. Visitation's underway right now for a fallen Kentucky firefighter. 30-year-old Zachary Clevenger died Saturday, hours after working a fire. Investigators say that Clevenger died from a heart attack. He was a full-time member of the Montgomery County Fire Department. He also volunteered for the Estill County Fire Department. His visitation goes until 9 tonight at the Living Water Church in Mount Sterling. His funeral is tomorrow at 10, also at the church.
UK fans will see new security measures as they make their way into Rupp Arena tonight. The changes were fast-tracked after the Paris terrorist attacks. Fans are being asked to show up early tonight. WKYT's Monique Blair is live for us at Rupp. Monique, how's it going?
Well, Amber, the game doesn't start until 7 o'clock, but the gates here at Rupp Arena will open in about a half an hour at 5:30. And UK officials really urge people to get here as early as possible because there could be some delays due to the fact that these increased security measures do go into effect tonight. Now, UK spokesperson Jay Blanton tells me plans for these new security measures have actually been underway for about a year now. Some of the major changes you can expect to see here are if you're wearing a coat, you'll likely be screened by a handheld metal detector, and you may even have to take off your coat. Also, there is a new list of banned items including selfie sticks, signs bigger than 2 feet by 2 feet, and bags bigger than 16 inches by 16 inches.
Our goal is twofold. One, we want to be among the leaders in the Southeastern Conference in having the best safety security measures and procedures in the country in the Southeastern Conference. And two, the university wanted to standardize the procedures we have at Commonwealth and what we have at Rupp. So we want to have the same safety procedures on Saturday at a football game as we do on Wednesday night at a basketball game.
Now, UK Police Chief Joe Monroe tells us although the plans for these new security measures have been in the works for about a year, they were expedited after recent events overseas. Reporting live in Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Monique, thank you. You can find a complete list of all the new security measures on our website at WKYT.com. The EKU Colonels are making the short trip from Richmond to Rupp Arena tonight.
And UK looking to bounce back from that tough first loss of the season against UCLA, and the Cats coach says his team needs to be more physical. Our Rob Bromley's live at Rupp Arena with our Big Blue coverage. Good afternoon, Rob.
Good afternoon from here on the floor of Rupp Arena as the Wildcats are getting ready to take on an EKU team that comes in with a record of 7-2. The Colonels have played pretty well under the new coach Dan McHale. And of course, as you know, the Wildcats coming off their first loss of the season, that disappointing performance out at UCLA. Kentucky must play more physical and the Cats must shoot the ball better if they're to reach their potential.
We have to embrace this. I have to embrace it as a head coach, that it's going to be really difficult and that it's going to be a process. And there are going to be some games we look like along the way. And the whole thing, I've been here at Kentucky, we've had this. And by the end of the year, we get things right and we get going, especially when you have good guard play. If you have good guard play, you have a chance.
UK and EKU tonight here in Rupp. It'll be a 7 o'clock tip, the game televised by ESPN2. Coming up in the next half hour in sports, we'll hear from Derek Willis, who saw some good minutes and played well in the game out at UCLA. And Marcus Lee is out here on the court warming up right now, so that's a good sign. He was injured, a head injury early in the UCLA game, but apparently he's going to be back tonight. Much more coming up at 5:30, but for now, that's it from here in Rupp Arena. Amber, Sam, back to you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Rob. And this will be the 12th meeting between UK and EKU. The Cats, by the way, have never lost to the Colonels.
The December warm-up continues. We could see record temperatures by the weekend. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking a few showers across the region. He's in the First Alert Weather Center. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Amber. A lot of those showers into parts of eastern Kentucky. Here in the Bluegrass region, though, an absolutely gorgeous sunset out there. What is the old saying? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Take a look at that. A little pinkish hue to the sky out there right now in our live sky cam. Temperature in Lexington, 53 degrees, not bad at all. Winds have been from the south all day long. They're calm right now, but overall that is a warmer wind that is going to kick in over the next couple of days. And if anything, temperatures are going to continue to climb. We've been noticing, though, some breaks in the clouds across parts of central Kentucky and points west. Still a shower or two around Cave Run Lake, down toward Jackson, Boonville, Beattyville, folks into Clay County, a sprinkle or two. But look into western Kentucky and out across the Plain States. Notice how we just have some of those high thin clouds showing up around St. Louis. That's on the nose of a warm air surge that is on the way as we gear up for the weekend when our weather takes a little walk on the wild side. Buckle up as we've got everything from the possibility of record highs to thunderstorms. We'll break it all down with a busy 7-day forecast here in less than 10 minutes.
We'll see you then, Chris. Thank you. Foreign leaders are now weighing in on Donald Trump's controversial policy proposal to shut down America's border for all Muslims.
Weijia Jiang is in Washington, D.C. with that story and why Republican leaders are now worried about Trump.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he rejects Donald Trump's remarks about Muslims, saying his country respects all religions. But Netanyahu still plans to meet with the candidate in Israel later this month.
You want a picture?
Jeb Bush, who was campaigning in New Hampshire, said Trump's proposal could put Israel in danger.
It pushes away allies that are necessary and essential to destroy ISIS and to bring about security in the Middle East.
Bush has condemned Trump's comments, but he refuses to say if he'll still support the businessman if he wins the GOP nomination. Former Homeland Security Secretary Tom Ridge, campaigning with Bush, was more blunt.
I'm one of the few Republicans not going to vote for him, ever. that I just don't think. I think he demeans the process. I think he's an embarrassment to the party. I think he's an embarrassment to my country.
Politico reporter Katie Glick says many Republican leaders are scrambling to figure out how to deal with Trump.
His political campaign looks to have more legs than the political establishment, I think, might have expected earlier this year.
Wednesday morning, Trump emphasized that he's leading in the polls and plans to stay in the race as a Republican. But Tuesday night, he retweeted a USA Today poll showing 68% of his supporters would vote for him as a third-party candidate. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Washington.
Prime Minister Netanyahu says the Trump meeting was already arranged and is part of his policy for meeting with any candidate who asks.
Comedian Jon Stewart is calling on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to pass a bill to help first responders from 9/11. The story from Washington, D.C. is coming up in 11 minutes.
The list of 25 finalists included Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis and Donald Trump. Neither were named Time Magazine's Person of the Year, but we'll find out who received the recognition a little bit later.